Hello and welcome to part 11 of Let's Play Romance of the Three Kingdoms 11 with Metal Hunter. So the last episode we ended up taking Wu from Wang Lung's army after my disastrous acceptance of their ceasefire. So I went ahead and did a little bit more off camera, getting the troops drilled up and just doing some bookkeeping. In the meantime though, shortly after we took Wu, Wang Lung actually marched out 3 units. They took a detour along the way and built up this camp. So they've got a spear unit, a pike unit, and a cavalry unit heading towards us. So I have dispatched a transport unit from Jianyi in the meantime with 8,000 troops, a little bit of food, and whatever little armaments I had. Did a bit of outfitting for cavalry. I had enough gold to get three outfits out, so I should be able to put a decent-sized cavalry unit onto the field. As well, because we took our 4th city, when the new season came, we got another rank, so I now have 4 more slots to put officers in. I believe that's everything that happened while I was off camera. I sent out Lu Meng's unit again to build 2 more archer towers and another fireball trap that I will probably not be able to take advantage of again. So Wang Lung actually attacking us works in our favor, since I didn't have a crazy amount of food, but him attacking us will just fight his units outside of our city, capture about half of the food that they have left when they die, and then we'll be able to just march out our siege unit when they've got, you know, very few troops left in these units, and we'll just get down here, we'll batter down the walls, and then we'll be able to just keep political officers down here for a bit and develop, and then basically turn it into a computer-controlled district, and we can forget about it and just make this our breadbasket for now. Oh, as well, I marched out a unit. Sun Kwang here is going to Hulin. He's just 500 troops and enough food to get him there, and he's just going to sit in here and start collecting gold. And eventually I should send someone down to Boyang, and this poor little port down here, Lu Ling, it never sees any action. It's just way out in the boonies. I mean, I suppose you could get to it, and like there is a back route here down to the other cities in southern Jing here, but at least I believe this is southern Jing. Maybe there's another province below Jing, but anyway, so I'm going to dispatch a unit really quick here. He's got spears, so I'm going to march out a pike unit. I know Zhou Tai is good with pikes, so let's send out, maybe, we'll send Lu Kang out with him, so at least Zhou Tai is in charge of the unit and it's got a good war value. I don't need to send out a lot of food with this, but actually, I'll let him get closer. I don't want to have him attack me first, so he can get close to the city and maybe get 1 attack off on it. And then as these guys get closer, we'll batter them down. I've been doing a little bit of recruiting up here as well. Not much, but and continuing to outfit. I find the more outfitting I do early on, I can really go a lot longer later. You just start moving the stockpile with you as you go, and if you take 2 or 3 cities in a leapfrog, then you don't have to worry about stopping and building a smith every time. I had to reward a few guys. Nothing major though. Alright, so let's advance this and wash in of Walong's army. Fujian captive. We might as well let him go, because we're going to take him when we batter down Huiji anyway. So we'll let him go for 1,150 gold. Not a big deal. I was dreading maybe he was asking for another ceasefire and I was going to have the opportunity to mess up again. Alright, so he didn't even get in range of the city, which is fine by me. So march pikes with Zhou Tai. Actually, before I do that, not that this is going to matter because I don't want to send out too many guys, let's do our ranks because we got that new title. So Ji Ling is going to get bumped up for sure, so might as well get bumped up. Liu Yong, I did end up giving him a spot just because I needed to fill out my political officer spots, and Liu Yong doesn't have the kind of stats that I'll ever really want to put him in the field, so I think he's actually an okay choice to be putting in the administrative positions. Chengpu we can finally move up here. Zhou Tai unfortunately can't be moved. He's one of my favorites, but so I'm going to go ahead and see who I can move into that low spot down here. I think I've got Shu Sheng I kind of been wanting to put in. Same with Jian Qin, Gan Ning. Huge oversight on my part that he hasn't been put in there. Actually, he's already available for No, he's not available for upgrade. So we'll have to move some of these guys up later, but we're just looking at this for now. And I have... Ding Feng is not quite ready there to get up there, Juran. So Lu Kang... I guess I can make him a political officer. Now, I was going to send him out with Zhou Tai, and what'll happen is he'll take command of the unit, so I guess I won't do Lu Kang. We'll put Yan Shang up here, though. And then I'll leave this spot empty for now. Alright. So, Zhou Tai, and we'll send him with Lu Kang. Do some really good damage. And we'll let these guys get a little closer before we march more units out, since he's going to be commanding our cavalry unit. Actually, he'll be able to control even more than that, so we might as well just outfit one more thing of cavalry there and go and develop a bit more. Before I develop, I need to remove this market. I decided actually to build another granary. It'll turn these 4 squares into 6 squares worth, which is an extra square over just putting a farm in here. I'm just going to drop farms in these other ones, and then probably destroy this barracks and just plunk a farm down there too. I want all these squares to be granaries or farms. I don't need them making equipment for me or drilling troops or anything, especially after I do plan on maybe taking Chua and putting a decent amount of troops in here, and I'm going to load a couple of the, maybe 2 of the ship units from Genyi and put them here, and maybe stick an admiral in here, because what will happen is if Lu Bu decides to come down here, he's going to fight out on the water, and it'll be much like when Liu Yang was sending units across the river at us. We'll just meet him out there and beat them senseless in the water. I don't think he's got too many great naval officers, Lu Bu. Although I had a quick look, he's actually managed to get a few really good officers. He has Gao Shun and Zhang Liao already, as well as Lu Lingqi, his daughter, but he's actually taken Tai Shishi from Kongrong, so he's actually got quite a few good officers, but I don't believe any of those are really good on the water. Tai Shishi, although he is an officer of Wu, he doesn't have a very good navy compared to especially the rest of the Wu officers. Let's recruit one more time here. And actually, once I finish up down here, Cheng Pu will be free to go back and start using his fame to recruit more troops for us. Alright, so pass the turn here. Alright, so we'll have them remain in Hulin. Shangman. Meh. Oh, he's just actually going straight for the city here. Chen Lan has something to discuss. Actually, off camera as well, there was a debate. I actually ended up getting an officer. I think it was Zhang Bu. So, I'm not going to seek out this officer. I think it's going to lead to a duel. And not an overly great officer either. And I don't want to risk crashing the game over a medium value officer when I haven't saved recently. Okay, so cavalry needs to be attacked by spears, so let's go ahead and rake here. I don't know if we'll actually be able to get our spear unit that close, to be honest. So Cheng Pu is good with spears, so we can send him with Jiling, which is good. Again, we don't need a whole lot of food. What's the int? 83 int is okay here. So actually we do have enough room to get here. So this should just be a crit, and we'll get to see Jiling's awesome fan portrait, which I believe is adapted from Wei Yan. Yeah, almost 2,000 there, and confusion. Alright. And then we'll march out our cavalry under Sun Ce and Lu Xun, and I guess we'll send out Sun Shangjiang just for the deeds. Send him out for 100 days, I guess. We'll just breach this unit. Oh, right on. Boost in war. Yeah, we're going to make quick work of these guys, and then I'll march out a unit. I think I still have Liu Ye here. Yeah, Liu Ye, and I'll send him with like Shu Sheng or something, or Huang Gai. Alright. Alright, I don't even have to reward anybody. Barely using any of my AP for the turn. Alright, destroyed my farm. An acquaintance named Sen Hun, a person of great talent. I'm not... Yeah, I'll arrange to employ him, but this is going to be a debate. This guy is absolutely terrible, Sen Hun. I believe he was a eunuch. I think he kind of had the ear of Liu Chan, who was Liu Bei's son, and was a very inept ruler and gets very poor stats in these games. I think Sen Hun, his influence over Liu Chan was a very bad one, so his stats are very bad to reflect that. At least I believe that's who this guy is. So we're not going to watch this debate. And I can guarantee, yeah, Zhou Yu's just going to have his way with him. Alright, I'm going to actually look at this guy's stats just so we can see how poor he is. So, force officers. Yeah, 1 leadership, 1 war, 13 politics, and even a terrible int 33. Charisma 64 though. Yeah, was loved by Wu Emperor Sun Hao. Oh, sorry, I guess it was Sun Hao. My bad. I guess it was a different eunuch that had Liu Chan's ear. Sun Hao is the crappy officer that I put over here in Wankou. He, I believe, actually succeeded to the, I guess, kingship of Wu after a bunch of people had died. He is distantly related to Sun Jian. I can't remember if he's his grandson or great-grandson or great-nephew. I think Sun Hao actually was perceived to have had a decent amount of talent, but then when he ascended to leadership, he became a tyrant. So he gets an awful portrait here. As you can see, he just kind of looks really bad. And so I guess Sen Hun was part of that, the bad administration, so he kind of looks crappy and gets crappy stats in addition to that. Alright, so 17 troops left there. I guess we can actually just attack this guy since he's already confused. And we'll breach this unit again. And I'm not too worried about this tower unit since it's pretty much unsupported, and by the time it gets up here we're just going to roll over it. So, and then I think next turn I'll send out my siege weapons. Let's do that. Alright. Actually, I guess I should be using some of my AP to be developing over here. I mean, I've got the political officers to be doing it. And then after that's done, I can just move all the officers from there down to Wu, which will have enough gold to get it started, so. Alright, so what do we got here? Might as well employ Shen Ying. Not going to happen. Pike General. Middling Pike General. And then we will march our siege unit. Liu Yu, Shu Sheng, Huang Gai. Just get them all some deeds along the way here. And then send it out. And these other units don't have a whole lot of food left, but they'll be able to meet this tower in the field and batter it down. Then I'll send out another unit. Maybe I'll... actually, what I can do, I always forget there's a supply command. I can just send a transport unit out, load it up with food, and then supply these units on the fly, so that'll be okay. Lots of debates. This is why I don't accept them. Jiangan. I think Jiangan's actually pretty good. I believe. I can't remember exactly. We're not going to watch this anyway, but... Alright, I'll go have a look at him. Oh, nope, he's not very good. No skill, C aptitude and everything. He'll make an okay back Empire political officer, I suppose. Alright, we're just gonna breach this unit. Actually, we'll wait in the forest so he can't actually hit us with an arrow attack. I'll march out the transport unit next turn. I don't want him to get hit by that rogue tower just in case. So I don't want to send out a lot of troops. I've only got 2,000 left in the city there. Actually, what's the harvest looking like here? Harvest of 32,000. Okay, so this, we're going to get quite a bit of food really quickly here. Guess it doesn't matter as long as they're all close to the same. And after we take this city, we'll have enough tactic points or technique points to research another tech. And we'll use this to thrust him out, and then we can attack it with the cavalry. Doesn't need a tactic, but... So we'll send Sun Jiao. Actually, we don't even have a whole lot of food left. Is it going to matter? No, actually, I don't think it will. These guys actually captured food in the field, so we'll be okay. It doesn't matter. Alright. Alright, I'll save it real quick, and I guess I'll just kind of hammer out these turns here. I don't care that I've maxed my AP for now. We'll just get this moving along for the sake of the Let's Play. Except when this stuff happens over and over and over. Alright, so we lost that one as well. Okay, so all these officers are finished, so we can actually move most of them down to Wu. Who I want to leave behind? Actually, I'll just leave these three for now. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it more out later. I like to leave specific crappy people behind in the cities when I turn them into automated districts. There's enough gold here to start developing, so... Yeah, very, very small token resistance here. Okay, I think we actually might need to do some inspections though. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll push on real quick here. That's, had my beeper go off. I guess we've reached the 20-minute mark, but I do want to get this finished for the sake of the next video. Once I mop this up, I'll probably do a fair amount off camera, just developing down here and coming up with a game plan so that I don't have to talk about it and you guys don't have to listen to me blather on about what I'm going to do next. So we'll quickly take Huiji, get what officers we can out of it, and then go from there. Okay. Yeah, our food's going to go up really fast here. Yeah, 61,000 now, so we can actually start sending that up really fast. I'm going to remove the barracks and then develop another farm. Since by the time we're done here, even if we start getting attacked by Lupu, we will have the remnants of what is done at Huiji here, and then another, 12,000 in Genyi, so I don't suspect we'll need a whole lot to defend. Yeah, Taishi-C, yeah, okay, so this is the guy I was talking about. Divine Pikes. He was typically a Wu officer, or historically, but he's got only a B in Navy. Divine Pikes with an S Pikes, though, and a 94 war. Pretty nice. I do like Taishi-C. Playing through some of the other scenarios that aren't Rise of Heroes, he's a little difficult to come by because he died fairly early on in the novel, so you don't really get to enjoy him for too long if you're playing as a faction that uses him. Alright, so not this turn, but I think the next turn we'll be able to take this out. Alright, so yeah, next turn ought to do it. And we've got our officers here. I guess I should have been developing this already, but so our granary down right here. And then, actually, maybe I've got enough gold. I'll start doing some cavalry, even though I don't have great cavalry officers, but it's way below everything else, so. Alright, I think, yeah, this is just going to follow Huang Gai's unit here, so. Okay. So we'll try and employ as many as we can. He's got quite a few officers here. Oh, great, Yan Bai Hu. That was sarcasm, by the way. Yan Bai Hu's not very great. Yufan's pretty good, though. His skill is feng shui, so that's all right. And he's decent intel and political officer, I believe. Dong Chao, right on. Dongxi, we will get him. I think the way that recruiting works is officers have certain other officers as liked ones, or they also have like a personality on a scale of like, I don't know what the scale is, but the closer their personality numbers are, I believe the better they get along. So a lot of the officers that historically worked for the same force will have personality numbers that are close to each other. So I will have officers that will be able to recruit this guy fairly easily. Fujian, I really do want him, actually. Alright, so let's take the rest prisoner for now. Actually, who will I take prisoner? Maybe I won't take them all prisoner. I said I wanted Fujian. Who else do I want here? Huaxin's pretty good. I guess I can imprison Wang Long. And the rest, well, Dongxi as well. The rest I can actually just... No, Liu Ping's alright. So I'll take these guys prisoner, and then I'll just free the rest. and then they might show up on my doorstep. They might go somewhere else, but I've already got a plethora of officers, so... Alright, we'll get the rest of the troops into the city. Alright, so we now have our 5th city. I will quickly take Zhujiang and build these up with our political officers, and by the time the next video starts, I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to take me. It's second month of 254 right now, but I guess that's February, if you're wondering. I'm terrible with that. So I'll go ahead and probably develop most of this. Not sure how long it'll take. If anything develops in the meantime, though, I might just stop what I'm doing and kick up the recording again and showcase some of the wars going on or something like that. But let's quickly check the map here. So we've got our nice little 5-city empire started. Looks a little ugly because we've got blank spots in the middle. I'm going to take care of these, but maybe I'll have a quick look around and see what's going on here. Hejin with Luoyang. Got quite a few troops, actually. Hejin typically doesn't do too well, but actually a lot of these cities have a high amount of troops in them, so that's alright. Actually, it looks like there's a lot of battle going on between Dongshuo and Matong. There's some pretty cool officers up here, like Pangde, Ma Chao, Huashong. It's a lot of really cool guys that I like to see, but I typically don't ever start in this area, so I don't get to recruit those guys that often. Liu Biao has 3 cities over here in Jing, and it looks like Liu Yan, or Liu Zhang actually. Liu Yan fighting Liu Bei. Doesn't look to be going too well for him. Actually, either side doesn't look to have too much of an advantage, but... Oh, and Liu Yan actually took the city that Meng Huo took down here, so... Meng Huo never really seems to break out past Jiangning here. No big deal, though. Alright, so we'll leave it there for now, and I'll pick it up, and who knows what year it'll be when we come back, but I'll get working on the follow-up video here soon. Thank you for watching.